difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? So knowledge, you can know your KPIs. You can know if, hey, if I put in $1, I should get $3 out, or if I put in $1, I should get $5 out, or, I want to make a 30%, return on this flip, so on and so forth. That's knowledge, right? That's the information that you have, that you received from a subject matter expert or from wise counsel from someone else. But wisdom is, okay, how do I apply this, right? Give me the strategy on how to apply what I learned. And not only that, it is, because like right now, you guys are listening to us, right? But there's thousands of other podcasts. We could be saying one thing, somebody else could be saying the totally opposite, right? But that wisdom is going to let you know, and that discernment is going to say, okay, you know what, maybe I need to listen to this person more than I need to listen to this person in this season of my life, right? Because not to say that that person is wrong and this person is better, but in this season of my life, where I'm at right now, this person may be speaking more to my spirit, my soul, and giving me guidance versus this individual at this moment.
I read, a pretty cool book I'm reading, and what it was talking about, kind of going into that. So going into, yeah, you can be listening to us, you can be listening to someone else. So if you truly want the best information, the book I was reading, the section was more like on politics and like how your government is ran. And he's like, if you want to know how your government's going to be ran, you need to understand the principles they base their decisions off of, being God-fearing, right? Or not, right? That could be. So when you work, so what's counsel in real estate? And you could take this a little deeper. Like, so we're talking mentors, coaches, contractors, attorneys, your insurance agent. Like, when you get into real estate, we say, build your team. You're like, what's that? Right? It's like, it's all your real estate investing service professionals that are going to provide you their wisdom and their specialty of every part of your business. You need to build that team. So it's not just a coach mentor, it's also your service provider. So then you could even take it a step further, like what's their beliefs? So like where were they coming from when they share this information, right? Because you do get those salespeople that just want that deal. You know what I mean, right? So you're gonna do the best you can to weed out certain people. So yeah, your network, which is here at AZREIA, we have our business associates. So you can go on our website, you can see every real estate service provider that you need in real estate, you have access to them. I would get to know them, leverage them, ask them questions, because they're going to be your wisdom that helps you make decisions in your real estate deals.
Yep. And so I listen to my wife probably about a third of the time, right? And I'm guilty at saying that.
She's right around about 100% of the time.
Right. So we work together in real estate, but she's more part-time, I'm more full-time in it. And I was making a decision on a project, and she told me, and this is kind of talking about this wise counsel, she told me, hey, you know what? I don't think you need to do this deal the way that you're structuring it, right? And I was like, well, why? In my head, I'm like, okay, you're just part-time. I do this 100% of the time. I got my wise counselors over here. They're telling me, okay, structure everything like this, so on and so forth. And without going deep dive into the deal, she was like, well, why don't you find out if they'll be willing to do something a little bit more creative than what you're trying to do, because of the motivating factors that they had, with the property. And I was like, I don't think they'll go for that. It's pretty savvy real estate investor. If it was somebody, that was motivated but didn't have the knowledge, yeah, I would go that route. But this person owned, quite a few doors. They were savvy. She was like, just pitch it, just see what happens. Right. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to look like a fool or whatever, and everybody else was telling me, don't do it. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to listen to my wife. Hell, what do I got to lose? Right. If they don't go for that, I can still go back to my original plan. And lo and behold, he was able to do the deal the way she had presented it to me. And I had to go back to her and I had to tell her, thank you, because she really, increased, like $300 in passive income a month on this one deal just from doing it the way she said to do it versus the way I was going to do it.
It's huge. Counsel is, yeah, it's not even out in the real estate business. It's at home. Well, you really want to get technical. That's the a jewel that was given
Yeah.
to you, right? So why are you gonna, not listen to that gift or at least hear it out, right? So,
Yep.
that's great, man. So we based that first part about the counsel and the right people around you off of Proverbs 15:22. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. And another part I kind of want to touch on for this one is Proverbs 27:17, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Kind of like what you and your wife just did in a way too.
Yep.
So you don't get sharper in silence, you get sharper through conversations, challenge, and accountability.